What's happening, guys? This is House Cat MMA. It's been a little while since I uploaded. I had to take care of some business in the big city on Saturday night, and I picked up some overtime on Sunday night. I was gonna record when I got off work this morning, but I was too fucking tired. I'm just waking up. It's now like 11:35 or 6. And that's kind of why my hair looks like this. Kind of look, I kind of got the William Wallace on Braveheart thing going on. But yeah, so I'm just gonna be doing my recap on UFC Fight Night 266, Mario Bautista versus Vinicius Oliveira. So the curtain jerker was Julius Walker versus Dustin Jacoby. Julius Walker kind of impressed me. The way he was able to take Jacoby down whenever he, felt like it for the most part until he got knocked out. That was pretty cool. Jacoby did a great job of getting back up on his feet, and when the fight was on the feet, it was all Jacoby. And he ultimately knocked Walker out in the second round. But another thing that impressed me was there was a point in time in the second round where Jacoby rocked Walker, and Walker he got his shit together and maybe went for a single leg and kind of got Jacoby against the cage. Of course, Jacoby ended up getting out of it and knocking him out pretty soon after that. But for a guy that has no wrestling background, Julius Walker can wrestle his dick off. But good on Jacoby. People don't understand how long Jacoby's been around. He made his first run in the UFC in 2011. He went 0-2 and got cut, but he's been around that long. And he's only 37, turning 38. And now we got John Matsumoto versus Farid Basharat. That was a pretty good mixed martial arts fight. At first, it was all Basharat. He was doing a good job of keeping Matsumoto against a cage and whatnot. But, once, they both kind of started getting tired, you could tell that Matsumoto had a little bit more dog in him. And he was kind of taking down Basharat and doing some good work on the ground and then doing even better on the feet. And then same in the third round. And the third round was hella close, but Basharat got a takedown towards the end. That kind of stole the round for him. Hell of a fight amongst two top level unranked guys. Like that was some good shit. I would rather see Matsumoto win. I don't have shit against Basharat. I don't really know either guy. I mean, I know of them. I'm not really fans of either, but I think I'm a bigger fan of Matsumoto than I am Basharat. But now we got Michael Olejniczak versus Marc-Andre Barriault. Marc-Andre Barriault is kind of good. And I don't think a lot of people realize how good Olejniczak is. Like, he was putting a hurting on Barriault in the first round, and then Barriault kind of adjusted, and he realized that if he was going to get put in any work against Olejniczak, that he was going to have to eat away some clinch work, and that made the fight a little closer. But at large, that fight was all Olejniczak, and he got the decision win. And now we got Rizvan Kunaya versus Jalton Almeida. This fight got a lot of boos, and I personally didn't think it was all that bad, mainly because I expected it to be kind of boring. But Kunayev kind of impressed me. Like, he's strong. Kunayev is fucking strong. The fact that he was able just to kind of push Jalton Almeida against the cage whenever shit got too thick. Like, he's big and he's fucking strong. And Jalton Almeida, I don't know what's happened. He used to be a lot more exciting. Like, not he was no fucking Justin Gaethje, but he used to be a little more fucking exciting. But just not so much anymore. Like, the Volkov fight was terrible. But there's a point in time where he was like submitting dudes and knocking dudes out, like submitting Rosenstrike, submitting Alexander Romanov, fucking taking down Curtis Blaze whenever he wanted to, until Curtis Blaze damn near hammer fisted him to death. Like, I don't know what's happened, but good on Kunaev getting the win, the decision win. I wonder what he's gonna do. I'd like to see him versus Alexander Volkov. That's what I want to see next. And now we got Kyoji Horiguchi versus Amir Albazi. Horiguchi's fucking good. We always knew that. Amir Albazi made Kyoji Horiguchi look so small. They looked like they were about, maybe not 2 weight classes apart, but like 1.5 weight classes apart. And Albazi's fucking good. But like, Kyoji would kind of outstrike him, and then, you know, they got into a little bit of a situation where shit was on the ground, which didn't really happen, but there were some attempts, mainly by Albazi. Like, Kyoji would be kind of outmaneuvering, outstriking Albazi, and then all of a sudden, Albazi would land a good punch, and then, like, knock Horiguchi down, and Horiguchi just immediately covered, like, all right, now we're not doing that. Or Albazi go for a takedown, like, oh, you almost got me there, but we're not doing that either. Like that, Horiguchi's fucking good. I don't think he'll beat Joshua Van, but he's fucking good. But maybe. He seems like a guy that you wouldn't expect to win the title, but he does. But good on Horiguchi. Because Albazi's fucking good. I figured Horiguchi was going to win, but Albazi's a top tier 125 pounder. And now we got Mario Bautista versus Vinicius Oliveira. Bautista ran a fucking train on Oliveira. Ran a grappling train on him. Like, it looked like a guy, it looked like a state champion versus, like in high school wrestling. It looked like a dude who was a state champ versus a guy who gets like 6th at state. Or like loses the match that would have got him place in. Like, that was how big the talent disparity was. Like, and most of it took place on the ground, and Bautista just did whatever he felt like doing to Oliveira. I do think Oliveira, I could tell by the way he was fighting and the way he looked, I think he might have had a tough weight cut. But nonetheless, Mario Bautista ran tailpipes on Vinicius Oliveira, and he got the rear naked choke win towards the end of the second round. Like that, I didn't think Bautista had it like that. And I figured he was going to win, but I didn't think he was going to run a train on Vinicius Oliveira. But that's pretty much all I have for UFC Fight Night 266, Mario Bautista versus Vinicius Oliveira. You know, make sure you do your liking, your commenting, your subscribing, your sharing, all that sort of shit. But I'm going to be back to uploading every day. Like I said, I had to take care of some business in the big city. And then I picked up some overtime yesterday. But I will catch y'all later. Hell yeah, fuck yeah.